Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I made a video the other day telling you that I'm gonna make a video about my hair. I get questions about my hair all the time, but I've been waiting for the roots to grow in so I can show you. So first let me give you a backstory. Years ago I stopped coloring my hair and I started coloring my hair with henna. Henna is a plant called lasagna that comes from the Middle East, very popular in India. If you've seen a lot of people from India get married, they do like these tattoos on their hands for the wedding. It is absolutely beautiful what they do. But they do that with body grade henna. It's got to be pure. There's a lot of hennas out there that have chemicals in it and metallic salts and things like that, and you don't want to use anything like that. Let's just stick to organic, and you have to find a henna that doesn't have that stuff in it. And I'll show you what I use, and they're not they don't sponsor me or anything. This is just what I've used for a long time. So I stopped, for some reason I stopped using henna because I got excited watching a video of different colored hair and all this stuff. You're welcome to my madness. So I decided to bleach my hair, and that was after I dyed it like pitch black, and it was really pretty for a while until it started fading. Then I thought, well, I'm gonna bleach my hair. Sorry, my dogs are here. And I bleached it twice in the same day, and it fried my hair. I mean, my hair is, it's better now. We're on the mend. But when I first had it, oh my gosh, it was awful. And if you look up close, you can see that my hair is very dry. And this is even with all the tons of oils that I've put in my hair to help repair it. And I'll show you what oils I use. So I tried bleaching it, and this is the color that turned out. Then I tried removing the darker hair I put after I bleached it with it was some peroxide mix that people are doing online, and I'm sure it works for lighter haired people, but on me it was a disaster. It basically made the bottom of my hair green. So if you can see, it looks a little lighter now. But yeah, it was green for a while. I mean, this is everything. See? So what I've been doing is I follow a unicorn haircut on YouTube because I work 50 to 60 hours a week, and my hours just don't match with my hairdressers. So I can't get in there. So I said, well, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna cut my own hair. And I did, and I like the way it came out, because slowly I'm trying to cut all this green out, so it's gonna take a long time to fix my hair, and I know that I did something to it, and I'm willing to put in the time to fix it again. So my henna hair, I used henna. Henna makes your hair orange, especially when you have a lot of gray hair. It makes your hair orange. On blondish people, it makes it like a strawberry blonde. Henna will do different colors on your hair depending on your natural hair. But you know, it's gonna be like this for a while. So if you look at my picture on my channel, my hair's like black. I did that with henna. It was orange at first, and then I learned how to achieve the darkness with another plant, and I'm gonna show you. So this is the first thing I use. This is henna. It comes from this part of India, the Rajasthani. You know, I'm sorry with the pronunciations. I can't pronounce these names, but this one on dark hair makes your hair burgundy. It is so beautiful. This henna is by Henna Sook. I've been using her products for years, and the reason I use her products is because I know they're organic, and all there is henna in here. There's no other ingredients of any kind. So I'll start with this in a bowl, and then I will add, let's see, if I want darker henna, I'll use something called indigo, which is another plant that when you mix it with water, it's blue. And if you put it on your hair alone, your white hair, it'll make your hair bluish green. But that's not the goal I want. So first I use the henna to make my hair, you know, a lighter. But then slowly I'm adding another tablespoon or two to this mix to get the red and the orange a little more darker, just to see how dark I want it as I go. Because if you look in my profile picture, my hair's black, and that's because I would use it wasn't 50-50 of henna and indigo. It was like, you know, 75% this one and the rest for this one. So I don't think I want it that black anymore. I don't know. So another thing I add to my henna to make it, for your hair to be like really soft, and amla powder. Amla powder, this one, makes your hair grow and it helps you retain your curl pattern. Henna is known to loosen your curl pattern, especially on curly hair people. When you add amla powder, it helps you retain your hair, your curl pattern. It just does on me, because as you can see down here, even down here, my hair like was straight down here from the bleaching and got really damaged. My curl pattern, it's coming back. And I know it's from that. Look, see the curls? They're coming back to how they were. So I'm gonna mix my henna, my indigo powder, and my amla for curls. Now for moisture in the hair, henna can dry out your hair, but you have to add a few things to it. So what I add to my henna is aloe vera powder. This, with the henna mixed and the indigo, or if you just do henna plain, makes your hair really soft. It's to the point where in the shower, after I wash everything out, I can actually run my fingers through my hair, which I've never been able to do because my hair is really curly, and now that it's damaged, it's even worse, you know. So I do those concoctions, they're powders, and I mix them with distilled water, and I let it sit for 3 or 4 hours, and then it'll do something called a dye release. It'll help the plants release their natural dye, so you can get it in your hair. Now when you mix all this, it's gonna be green. Your hair's not gonna come out green, but it just, and it smells a little weird. I mean, it's nature, but you can add essential oils to it to cover the smell. I add lavender essential oil because that smells really pretty to me, and that's what I add. So another thing I add to my henna is amla oil. Besides the powder, I add a teaspoon of the amla oil. It's very important that you add some kind of oil to your henna, because like I said, your henna is going to dry your hair out. Now, maybe to some people it doesn't, or it might as you go. You know, you have to do this every 4 to 6 weeks, just like if you were dyeing your hair. But I don't want to take the chance of it doing that, so I add the oils. Now this is another oil that's saving my hair. It's organic argan oil. Argan oil, and I've never seen this on anyone, especially myself. I've been putting it on my fingertips every night, and I go like this to my scalp. I also do it in the morning. It does not leave my hair greasy, but what it is doing is returning my natural hair color from being gray for, like, you know, I was gray since I was 15. So I'm gonna show you up close. So if you look closely, you can see all this dark hair here. I haven't had dark hair like this in many years. And if you look up here, there's a couple of dark hairs that are coming out. So all the dark hair, like I've had my family look, and it's all over my hair. And I think it's because of the argan oil. So if people that are gray haired, I mean, try it. It can't hurt anything, you know. Here's the proof. I mean, when I saw that, I kept seeing something dark, and I kept looking in the mirror, and I'm like, what is that? Because, you know, obviously I haven't had dark hair in a long time. And when I saw the dark hair, I'm like, oh my gosh. And look, over here you can see some too. So it's returning my hair, or some of it, to its natural color, which, you know, I'm all right with that. I haven't seen that in a long time. When I mix the powders together, it'll be like kind of like a pancake batter. When I do my roots, I put it in one of these things because, you know, it just makes it easier to apply. If you don't make your henna creamy and add oils, it could be clumpy, kind of dry, and feel like sand. So we want to get it, you know, get it moist, very moist. And honestly, of all the hennas I've used, and I've used many brands, some have been horrible, to where as much as I mix, I can't get it to be smooth like batter. And there have been others that are better, but the Henna Souk one is the only one that when I blend, it's really creamy. And I just do this with a spoon. I've seen some women take a blender with the 2 little paddles and blend it like that because they want it really, really smooth to put in one of these bottles. But with the Henna Souk one, I don't need to pull that out. I just mix it with a spoon. I let it sit 3 hours, and then I'm ready to put this in my hair. Now, you're doing self-care for yourself. It's important to take time to care for yourself, your hair, your body, your skin. Henna is an all-day affair. I will tell you, I work a full-time job, and then I work at another shop because I love working there, and I'm still finding time for henna because I know that it's going to save my hair, and I know what it's going to do for me. Plus, all these oils are really good for your scalp, especially if you have like dry scalp. It'll really help you, but it's very important to take time to take care of yourself. So I'm going to film me doing the henna because, as you can see, my roots are coming out, and I've been waiting for them to film this video. And I'm gonna take you along that journey with me so you can see how I apply it, so you can see what it turns out like. Usually turns out bright orange, but within a day or two it oxidizes and it calms down. You know, what amazes me is that all these products came from the earth. They're natural. I mean, you know, look up henna. Henna, you know, it's a natural plant. It's a bush actually, and it's obviously it needs heat. It's tropical. And different types of henna comes from different parts of the country. Like this is very famous in Morocco. And obviously this part of India has a darker henna than another part of India that has a brighter red. She has a henna that's called Red Raj that everyone loves. On gray hair, it comes out really bright orange on me. But on, you know, blondish or darker hair, or hair that isn't gray, I mean, it turns out absolutely beautiful. So after I mix it, I put one of these things and mix it around. Another thing, excuse me, that I have been known to play with in my hair to add for beauty, like, you know, the earth gave us plants to color, but they also gave us plants for beauty. And this is one of the powders I put in my hair sometimes. It's called hibiscus powder. This one is not by Henna Souk, but I've tried this one and it's really good. I'm gonna look on her website and see if she has a hibiscus powder. But I did it because I thought the hibiscus plant was gonna color my hair red. It didn't, but it made it really soft, and I enjoyed it. Another thing I got that I thought would color my hair red is beetroot powder. And you know, everything I buy, I try to get organic. If I can, I can. I mean, it's okay. I try to get it organic. But you know how you eat beets and they dye your skin? I thought it was gonna dye my hair red, and that didn't work either. But another thing, you know, beetroots and beets have a lot of vitamins in them, and it's very nourishing for you. So why not add a little bit to my hair, right? Another new one I'm gonna try is, I've been watching a lot of videos on this herb. Now, I cannot pronounce this for the life of me. This is known to promote hair growth, and so is amla, by the way. You want your hair to grow fast? Put a little amla oil on your scalp. I also put it on my eyebrows, but this is known to promote hair growth. They say it makes your hair dark. Some people say yes, some people say no. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna put, like, maybe I'll start off with a little bit, maybe a teaspoon in my henna mix, and we'll see. So I'll bring you guys back when I'm mixing my stuff and I'm putting it in my hair, and then I'll bring you back when I have the results, and we're both gonna see what it's gonna look like. I keep looking down because my Chihuahua, she's interesting. So she likes to play with the big black ants, and then they bite her on the lip, and then when I call her, she's looking at me and she's got an ant hanging from her lip, and she doesn't even realize it. So right now, look, I'm gonna show you. She's trying to get one. Look, you can see her looking for them. She looks for them between the cracks. She jumps on them, plays with them. This dog plays with everything. Mosquito hogs, which is these giant mosquitoes with these big legs. They don't bite, but man, they look intimidating. Anything that will fly by or move by, she's on it. So anyway, I wanted to tell you guys all about my hair and answer some of your questions. I wanted to, you know, answer the questions. I've had a lot. So hopefully as time goes on, I'm going to keep using henna and my oils, and you will see my hair do some kind of transition into a healthier me. So for now, I just keep, you know, when I'm home, I leave it loose. When I go to work, I have to pull it back because I can't have like loose hair at work because it can be dangerous. So I'm going to keep you guys updated on all this. Hey guys, so here we are the next morning getting my henna set up. I'm going to show you everything. So this is the main henna, which is 100 grams, which should do my hair, which is about shoulder length. I wanted to show you how nicely sealed these packages come. Once you rip this off, you can seal it by pressing it here, and it's never spilled on me. So I'm going to put the entire thing of that one. Then we got the aloe vera powder, which I do everything by 2 tablespoons, just so it's easier for me to remember and keep track of it. 2 tablespoons of the amla, and look how different they look. All the plants are so different. 2 tablespoons of the indigo. Remember, indigo can make your hair black, but look, it's green. And 2 tablespoons of the brinja powder, which is also called false daisy. If you want to look it up on YouTube or the internet, the plant is called false daisy. Amazing for your hair. And then we got the hibiscus powder. Look how gorgeous that color is. Then I have my oils, the argan, the amla powder, and I forgot to tell you about this one yesterday. It's camellia oil. I get it from Henna Souk, just like I get the amla one. This stuff has made my hair so soft. And this oil, what I like about it is that it's very light and like non-greasy. My hair just drinks it up, but it's light and non-greasy. I like it. Plus, you can also put it on your face and your body. At night, sometimes I'll take it and I'll just put it all over my face because I don't have to worry about getting it on my pillowcase and leaving everything greasy, but it leaves my skin really soft. So I have a glass bowl, and basically I just open everything here and I dump it in the bowl. Alright guys, so I have all my herbs in here. As you can see, all the different colors of plants. This one is my favorite, the hibiscus. It's the color is just gorgeous. Now the oils I put in here, I just squirt them in. I kind of eyeball it, but it's usually like a teaspoon or 2 per batch, depending on how dry your hair is, and you know, if you want to be precise with the measurements, you can. Then I have some water here ready to boil. I have a reverse osmosis machine underneath my kitchen sink for purified water, so I use that. But if you don't have a water purifier, go get distilled water. Now I bring this to a boil and then I let it cool down a little bit because I don't want to add boiling water to these powders because they're natural plants and I don't want them like cooking the powders. But you need warm water to this for this so it could start releasing its natural dye from the plants. So I'll keep you going with this. I'll be back. So look at these colors in my under the counter lights. How gorgeous is that? Gorgeous. So now the water is kind of bubbly, but you see the steam coming off of it, but it's not really like a really strong rolling boil, but it's starting to boil. I think this water is ready. So what I'm going to do is I have this thing and then I have my henna spoon. You can tell by looking at it that it's been used for years with henna. So I'm just going to take my pot of water and I'm just going to pour a little bit at a time. Now be very careful guys when you pour hot water into anything, okay? It can burn you, do a lot of damage. See, it really drinks up the water. So I do a little bit at a time so I don't make it too runny. And if I make it too runny and I put it in my hair, it's gonna run down my neck, which I've had happen, and oh my gosh, what a mess. So we don't want to make this too runny. We don't want to dry either. So we're gonna keep going. has an odor that some people just don't like. It's not that bad. I know some people are more sensitive to smell. It smells like, well, I don't know. It smells like a combination of crushed leaves and dirt. Like I said, I didn't add the essential oils to this batch because honestly, I forgot to bring it out here and I didn't want to go get it. But you can add it, and it makes, you know, makes it smell better. Now, I will say, with anything that you try like this, always do a little patch test on your arm or the inside of your wrist or wherever, just to make sure that you are not allergic. The last thing you want is to put something in your hair and you end up being allergic. So you don't want that. See how it's starting? So I go like this to get all the little, I know round things don't have edges, but it gets stuck like on the roundabout sometimes. So it's still too thick for my liking. Well, I'm just going to keep going with this. Okay, I finished mixing it and here it is. It's a brownish color. I never know what color this stuff is going to turn out. Every time I do it, it's different. So I started mixing it around 8 o'clock a.m. So we're going to leave it for about 3 to 4 hours to sit. Now I'm going to cover it with saran wrap so it doesn't dry out on me. And then we're going to come back and we're going to scrape the top and see if there's a difference in color. If there is, then the dye has released and we're ready to use it. So I'll bring you back. Another thing that I have for moms or dads or, you know, working people, whoever cooks at home, as you do things, clean up as you go. If not, you will have a disaster in your kitchen. Just clean up as you go. So now while this is sitting, I'm going to go and get a lot of my other chores started. So I'll bring you guys. Alright guys, so it's been about 3 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm going to move this aside just to see if there's dye release. It looks like it because it's dark in color here. And you see it's a darker or lighter brown at the bottom. See the difference in color? Sometimes when you do indigo alone, it'll be blue on the top and green underneath. So this henna is ready to go. So stay tuned for part 2 of me putting it in my hair and what it's going to come out like. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video, okay? See you next time.